do a quick demo of the Cinemachina platform. Basically, you can create a new game. You can join an existing game. Um, we're actually in the process of removing the gaming features right now, for a couple different reasons. We'll reintroduce that later, but basically, you're creating a movie. And so you create in this feature, you create your storyboards. In this feature, you actually create the video. We have an SFX manager. We've got the ability to watch the movies you created. One of the things when I created the Do Better Barbie, or not the Do Better Barbie, the Barbie 2 movie, I actually had to create 20 different sub movies. And so what I did was I used the compile. So I needed to go merge them all into one. I didn't want to use other tools, so I built a compile movie so I could just add in multiple movies to create one movie. And then I've got a setup. So kind of the Cinemachina model is, you buy the app, but you bring your API keys. And so, you basically set that up. So anyways, I'm going to show you an existing one that I did yesterday. So let me just enter in the code. And so, all right. So let me go through the screens just to talk through. All right. So when you create your movie, you've got a scene objective. So for this specific movie that I created yesterday, it's actually our campaign for Cinemachina, which I made yesterday, which is a 2-minute movie, just talking about the vision of Cinemachina. You actually have scene objectives that you do. So in this scenario, it's a Cinemachina promotion, but in the real world, you'll have, scene 1, we're going to establish the characters, right? You can get ideas for different things. So you can say, hey, generate some objectives, and it'll give you ideas. And then you select your characters. So when you create the movie initially, you actually select which characters. We're actually going to add a button so you can add new characters as you're creating your movie. So in this scenario, Burt Reynolds is actually my moderator for the movie that we created, or the narrator for the movie, because I really liked his voice. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to resurrect Burt Reynolds from the grave, who's going to be my narration in Cinemachina Land. So this is when you're designing scenes. And then you create your dialogue, right? So you select which character. We do have a limit on the number of frames that we wanted to support because we wanted to make it kind of gamified. So we're going to keep that in there. So you can actually use AI to go generate the dialogue for you based off of the scene objective. So it'll read in this value, and then you can give it guidance, or you can type in your own, right? So you can add more if you want to. So basically you go in and you create your dialogue. So this is just what the characters say. And so in our scenario right now, we're all consumers. We watch, we scroll, we observe other people's creativity while ours slowly dies. And so basically created this dialogue sequence. In my scenario, I used Claude to go generate the dialogue and just pasted it in here. But again, you can use the dialogue generator if you want to. Then from there, you create the storyboard. And so in normal play, you would create a background image for the scene, and you actually can change it. So in my scenario, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to use images generated from Midjourney. So you create your background scene image, generate your background. You've got your storyboard sequences. So when you come into the screen, there's no storyboard yet, but you can actually import images if you want to. And so kind of the way that it works is you create your background image. You end up, you've got your characters. And so what happens is the AI will go and put in the characters in the panel. So you can actually select multiple characters. And then you can, and then it'll generate the scene. So it'll take this background image, it takes your character images that are selected, and then you can give it an image generation prompt that will say, oh, great, generate the image. And you can regenerate the image until you're happy with it, right? So that's the goal. So that's how you create your storyboards. So now I'm gonna go into the director mode. All right, so in the director mode, so it comes in and you will have a bunch of images that you've created. And so it's got the dialogue. And so you can actually add special effects. So as an example, one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to put in pauses. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to go do a pause for 5 seconds, right? Or something like that. So we've got some special effects that you can actually add to. And so that will do that. And it'll inject 5 seconds of pausing. So, so as you're directing the scene, you can change it, change the language as you're looking at it. You can play it.
Right now, all consumers. We watch, we scroll, we observe other people's creativity while ours slowly dies.
So that's, so you kind of come in, you look at the dialogue, make sure it still makes sense. You've got your image here, and then you've got a video prompt. So you type in your video prompt, and then you click the button to generate the video. Or you can click this button and it'll regenerate all of the dialogue. And you can click this button at the top, and it will generate each video panel. So once you've got kind of all of your videos generated for each different storyboard scene, and you can reuse videos as well. So this is all stored in the local file system. So as an example, for Do Better Barbie, the gap in the APIs right now is the characters. All I can say is character is talking in the prompt. I can't actually pass up the dialogue and have it match the mouth to the audio file at this point in time. And so basically I have a characters talking, kind of a generic thing. And so instead of paying to go keep generating characters talking, I would just reuse the same clip, even though the audio is different. So I would have characters talking. And so you can upload that and it'll overwrite it. So you can actually do that. And sometimes what I've found is with the video generators, they don't quite do the stuff correctly. So as an example, for the Do Better Barbie movie, I was like, oh, I want her to cry. And I couldn't get a single tear to come out using Runway ML. Like I had weird results. So like the character was crying from her mouth, right? The character had like, water gushing from her face. And so I had to go use a different machine learning model and go to generate like a single tear in that movie. And so, anyways, it gives you the ability to override, to upload and override it if you have existing assets. So if you have a marketing video that you created, you can pop that in there and kind of put in your own stuff in between. So yeah, so what Reginer's working on now is adding in the ambient SFX features. So this is just background music that plays throughout the scene. And then he's going to add in the music video mode. So then, so people can create music. And so we'll overlay music and we'll let you select the volume level. So if it's a full music video, it's the full music video. If it's, it's 100% volume. If it's just background music, like the dramatic scene, you can select 20%. So it's kind of in the background. So those are the things that he's working on over the next couple weeks. And then, and yeah, so that's the platform. So let me just show you like one of the scenes that I created for kind of the Barbie movie. And so yeah, we'll just go to Act 15. I don't remember what's on Act 15. But yeah, so you've got multiple scenes. that is supported. And there you go. And then let me go back to the beginning. So I'm gonna like go a little bit out of order. So sorry, you're gonna have to wrap this in your own mind, but you know, this is how you create a new movie. So you select which genre you want to do. You select the subgenre, you know, you don't have to. Click to get ideas. So I am going to, okay, so here's the idea I'm going to do. The Atlas 3I um, uh, comet is actually an alien ship. Alien ship. And it's spinning around the sun, launching alien probes where we can't see. See, to help earthlings free their prison planet. Okay, so we'll make these aliens good. All right, so but you don't have to put in an idea. You can just do whatever. So you can just generate ideas based off of the genre and subgenre. So it's really just kind of, you know, working with AIs to get ideas. So so anyways, it's got you know, the alien exodus. So all right. All right. So then so you know, I can pick whichever thing, whichever one that I like. So I'm going to pick all right, we'll pick the first one. All right, so I'm going to select that one and then go back. And so it's filled in the working title. Again, we're probably going to remove the player mode on this for now and the team mode for now. And then we're going to select some characters, right? So we'll do Wilma and Fred as our main protagonists. And I actually have an alien in here already because I've made an alien movie with my friend. So where is Zorath? Okay, so we're going to use Zorath and we're going to make Guy an alien and we're going to make Claude an alien. No, actually, I'm going to make this Claude an alien. I have a couple of versions of Claude. So, okay. And then, yeah, and so you can see all the characters I created for the Barbie movie. So, yeah, and here's Burt Reynolds, so who I created a couple weeks ago. All right. We'll remove this game configuration and then click continue. It's going to give you a game code, so we're not going to do this anymore. And then you start the play and then you create your scene objectives, right? So, you know, first scene objective, you know, I can generate objectives. Wilma is a scientist. So I'm going to select Wilma in the scene. Just who discovers the who's the comet. Fred is her coworker who she shares this information, right? So I'm going to generate some objectives. This is just calling AI to go. And again, you don't have to create an idea. You can just hit the generate and see what the AI does. So, is a human scientist. Human scientist. All right. So it automatically created the other stuff. So all right. All right. So anyways, so I'm just gonna pick, there we go. We'll do a spacewalk. Okay. So, we'll do William, Fred, and then, go, and then I can generate dialogue, right? Um, so character establishment is the thing I'll do. And I will generate the dialogue. And so it's making API calls um, into OpenAI right now. And then it's going to generate the dialogue. And so it's going, takes a little bit. Doom, 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 da, 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 da. All right, so so it's generated the things. It even gives it some special effects. So these aren't mapped to our special effects, but they're things that the director could add. And then right. All right, and so I'm gonna just delete some of these. I'm gonna so I'm just gonna make it simple. So I'm just gonna keep the first 5 frames. Then you create the storyboard. And so let's um, um, space, we're gonna make it a space station exterior shot. Generate the background. And you can actually, for each frame, you can select which background image you want to use. So it kind of adds in a library of background images. And now it's going to call OpenAI to go generate the background image. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. I'll just have some coffee while I wait. All right, there we go. All right, so it's created the background image, and I can change it if I want, if I don't like it. So I can also upload images as well. So you can do that. And then I'm gonna do an image generation prompt. So it's got both all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and, so this one, it selected Fred and Wilma. So this comes through the AI when it generates the dialogue. If you create your own dialogue, you actually have to, it's going to default to the character dialogue. But anyways, so you say, okay, so it actually did a good job for this. So I'm going to generate the image. And dim, 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 dim. So what I was doing when I was creating the Barbie 2 movie was I would have multiple instances running of the app. So then I was working on dialogue for one scene, images for like storyboards for another scene, and then I was working on the director mode for a third. So I would do, like, while I was waiting for images to be done, I'd go work on the director mode for another scene. So I was multi-threading everything. So it worked out really good, and I did, an hour and 47-minute movie in 2.5 weeks. It was mostly done after 2 weeks, but we didn't have the music mode in there. So I actually had to do some manual editing and stuff like that. So that actually took me an extra couple days to do. Otherwise, it would have taken me 2 weeks to do, but it's all good. So we're adding that now. So yeah, so basically you go in and design each scene. And then once you're done, you submit your storyboard. So this is the storyboard for this first scene. You'll go to the next scene and do it. And then when it's done, you say, I'm all done. And then you go into the director mode and you create your movie. And so let's see if we have a storyboard yet. No, we don't. So we'll just wait for a few minutes. It actually takes about 2 minutes. So, okay, so there we go. All right. So again, you have to kind of direct the AI, like these should have, I would regenerate it so they have helmets on. But yeah, so you can see the characters are here and background is here. And so that's how you make a movie. And so you can generate more backgrounds. You just select, you click the one that you want to use, and then you select the image generation. So that's the demo of Cinemachina. Like I said, we've got a few bugs that we're fixing. We're removing the gaming mode for now because for a bunch of, there's a few different reasons. And there you go. There's your demo of Cinemachina. So thank you for watching, and thank you. And happy Thursday in India and happy Wednesday in the United States. So, and to my sister, happy birthday. So, all right, bye.